ProfessorBlackOps, cybersecurity for the people. You see it, let's get it. Just laughing. Colonial Pipeline. Hopefully, this will get out the news pretty soon. But hey, hackers breached the Colonial Pipeline using a compromised VPN password. Ransomware cartel that masterminded the pipeline attack earlier last month crippled the pipeline operation network using a compromised virtual private network account password. The latest investigation into the incident has revealed the developments was reported by Bloomberg on Friday involved gaining an initial foothold into the network as early as April 29th through the VPN account, which allowed employees to access the company's network remotely. The VPN login, which didn't have a multi-factor protection on it, so let's read that one more time. The VPN logon, which didn't have multi-factor protection on it, was unused but active at the time of the attack, the report said. Adding the password has since been discovered inside a batch of leaked passwords on the dark web, suggesting that an employee of the company may have reused the same password on another account that was previously breached. So one of the STIG checks, of course, is you got to change your password every 60 days, so that wouldn't happen. And also use MFA. So there's a couple ways to combat that. It is, however, unclear how the password obtained. Senior Vice President of Cybersecurity from Mandat was quoted as saying in the publication, "The Fire-owned subsidiary is currently assisting the pipeline with the incident response effort following a ransomware attack on May 7th that led the company to halting its operations for nearly a week. The dark side cyber crime syndicate behind the attack has since been disbanded, but not before stealing nearly 100 gig of data from the pipeline in an act of a double extortion, forcing the company to pay 4.4 million in ransom shortly after the hack, avoiding disclosure of sensitive information. The gang is estimated to have made around 90 million during the 9 months of its operation. But even if you pay the ransomware, the data has been exfiltrated to another entity that you are not aware of. So you still have to report that breach to the government and maybe to the Department of Energy. I think that's what the government set up as their new task force. The pipeline incident was also prompted the U.S. Treasury Security Administrator to issue a security directive requiring pipeline operators to report cyber attacks to CISA, Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency, within 12 hours, in addition to mandating facilities to submit vulnerability assessments and identifying any gaps in their existing practice within 30 days. Development comes amid an explosion of ransomware attacks in the recent months, including that of Brazilian meat company JBS last week from a Russian-linked group, underscoring the threat to critical infrastructure, introducing a new point of failure that has severe impact on supply chain and day-to-day operations, leading to a fuel shortage and delays in emergency health procedure. As ransomware demands have ballooned drastically, inflating from thousands to millions of dollars, so have the attacks on high-profile victims, with companies in engineering, energy, education, healthcare, food sectors increasingly becoming prime targets, in turn fueling a vicious cycle that enables cyber criminals to seek the largest payout as possible. The profitable business model of double extortion, combining data exfiltration and ransomware threats, have also resulted in attackers expanding its techniques. So, what's called triple extortion, wherein payments are demanded from customers, partners, and other third parties related to the initial breach to demand even more money for their crimes. I like that triple extortion. Wrongly, this trend of payoffs to criminal actors has also set off a mounting concerns that it could establish a dangerous precedent, further emboldening attackers to sing out critical infrastructure and put them at risk. By combining file encryption, theft of data, and DDoS attack, cyber criminals have essentially hit a ransomware trifecta designed to increase the possibility of payments. Uh, the disruptive power of ransomware pandemic has also set in motion area of actions. What with the FBI making a long-standing problem as a top priority, the Justice Department said it's elevating investigation of ransomware attacks, similar priority of ransomware. Reuters report last week. So yeah, they're actually elevating ransomware to a terrorist attack because a lot of those attacks are actually done by nation states or foreign countries. So that is a form of terrorism. Saying the FBI is looking at ways to disrupt the criminal ecosystem that support ransomware industries. The Wall Street Journal stated that the agency is investigating nearly 100 different types of ransomware, most of them traced back to Russia, while comparing national security threats to challenge posed by the September 11th terrorist attack. So that's it. Ransomware is hot. It was a VPN account that actually got the pipeline company breach, which is sad because once again, you could do multi-factor authentication. You can do make sure it's actually a agency on device. So there's a lot of ways to combat that. So once again, Professor Black Ops, cybersecurity for the people, still on the pipeline.